Welcome back to Hearthstone. We're going to play another arena match. Got just enough gold for one. We're going to kind of walk through this together. Let's see here. Purchase complete. Yay. Okay. Rogue, a hunter, or a warlock. I really like the warlock. It's rather rushed down. Hunter's not a bad one either. If you can get the beast, it really synergizes real well. Rogue, I'm starting to play a little bit of rogue. Not feeling real comfortable with it at the moment. So, I think we're going to go with the hunter. It's got the nice direct damage to the opponent. Let's see, Mountain Giant. One less for every card in your hand. If you want to hold on to several cards, that would be very good. One less for each minion in the battlefield. Got a lot of lower costs like a hunter usually does down in this range. That can come out real early. And you got one less for each point of damage you've taken. So I think we're gonna go Sea Giant on that one. Oh, Explosive Trap's a pretty good one. I also like the Ogre, but I think we're gonna go with the Explosive Trap. In between these two, this is good with the beast because you can give him 2/2 plus taunt. You never know exactly how much taunt you're gonna get, so I can take something that's like a 2/7 and change it into a 4/9 taunt, which would be very difficult to remove and would synergize really well for. It's going to take several things to remove it at that rate. I think we're going to go ahead and go with the Houndmaster on that. Raging Morgan's good if you got a way to enrage it. Hunter does not have any direct, like a mage or like a mage would. So I think in this case we're going to take a Harvest Golem. Compared to everything that's here, I'm thinking our second trap is going to be in play. This can be a very good card. Get it out, get 3 or 4 minions on the field. At the time that you bring it out, quickly become 8/8 for 5. Sometimes you get in a desperation point where you gotta play it and it comes out and let's say 4/4 for 5, maybe a 5/5 for 5. Even a 5/5 for 5 is not bad. Not a bad situation to have. Another decent one here, if you've got the taunt to put out in front of it, is Cult Master. Gets you your card draw. The Hunter's not bad for just putting minions on the field. This synergizes real well with this. I think we may get something like this again later, so we're going to go ahead and grab the Frostwood. Savannah Hymane. Ooh. It's a very good one to have. So it's an Explosive Trap. Deal 5 damage to the minion and 2 damage to adjacent ones. This is pretty good removal. This is a big scary beast that when it dies, it summons 2/2/2 beast. think we're going to go with Savannah High Main with the tiger on that one. The lion on that one. Acolyte of Pain. Whenever this minion gives you the card draw. We're not going to have a lot of card draw here, the way it's set up. This can be good. Random is the key word there. So you could kill off like an Elven Archer. It's a 1/1, which is a very poor trade. Or you could play this and kill off something like a Sea Giant that's an 8/8, which is a very good trade. I think we're going to go with more of a direct point damage that we can control. Whenever a secret is played, gained 1/1. We already got 2 secrets. Don't have much in the way of spells. And this can be kind of a bullet magnet at the same time. It can be, here again, you could pull out Sea Giant well before, at the end of round 3. And at the start of round 4, you could pull out a Sea Giant. You could pull out a Frostwood Warlord. You could pull out something like an Elven Archer or a Secret Keeper. I think we're going to go with the early game. Here's the Elven Archer. Usually I like this card. This isn't a bad card either for a 1 cost with stealth. It means you put it out there, they can't do anything with it until you decide that you're going to attack with it. Loot Hoarder is good also because it does have that death rattle of you drawing a card. I think we're going to go with a card draw on that one. Again, no way to directly enrage this. I think with that being the case, we're going to go with the Fairy Dragon in this one. Good for Murloc deck. Don't have a Murloc deck. This can cascade pretty quickly if people don't take care of it. So if it's behind taunt, this could be very good. This synergizes well with but I think we're going to go with the Swordsmith. Out of this, this isn't bad. Usually it's a 2-for-1 trade. Ogre in this deck, for the most part, is going to be basically a 4/4 for 4. I think we're going to go ahead and go with the Ogre. Boulder Fist Ogre instead. Second Arcane Shot wouldn't be bad. If I had a way to enrage this, giving 2 to a weapon, if you have a weapon, is not a bad thing. Reckless Rocketeer. Six costs for a 5/2. It's going to die whatever you run it into almost immediately. Can synergize well if you're going to use it strictly for taking out like a taunt or something like that. But I think in this case we're going to take another Arcane Shot. Ancient Brewmaster, very good card. Another Warlord. I think in this case, I think we're going to go ahead and take the 5/4 for 4, and that would allow us to return something like a maybe a swordsmith or an acolyte of pain, or even a houndsmith later on in the game. So this is not bad. This I've seen this used quite well. Wisp, 0 cost. Never take. Very bad, very bad. It's the only thing that goes well with is this warlord, and that's just something you can throw out there so you can have an extra card, and it doesn't cost you anything to do it. So I'm thinking we're gonna go ahead and take a hunter's mark here. Another secret. This can be very good. A snipe can be very good. Not a bad battle cry, but once you get past the battle cry, it's just 5-4 for 6. That's not real wow. Boar, nice turn 1 play, immediately hit for 1 damage. More than likely it is dead round 2. So you're getting basically 1 point of damage for a 1 cost. I think we're going to go ahead and go with the snipe on this one. Here we are, 18 cards into it, and we lack taunt. Sinjin Shieldmaster is very good taunt. Here again, a Murloc. Don't like the battle cry. Each player draws 2 cards. You get 2 cards, and your opponent gets 2 cards. This is not a bad card to play. This plays very well with this card right here. And I'm very tempted to take it for that purpose. But at the same time, I like the Abomination. It has taunt, but it's a 4/4 taunt for 5, which is not great, but it has a death rattle where it deals 2 damage to all characters. That can wipe a whole board clean quickly. Lack of taunt in our hand, I think we're going to go ahead and take that. This can play very well with this also, and thusly I think we may take it. This has recently changed. It is now for each enemy minion summon a 1/1 hound with charge. If you could play that and say it's behind a shield master or an abomination or some form of taunt, you play that and you get 3 or 4 additional cards, and then you come out with this. That could be very big, ugly setup. Very nice. Very nice setup, especially if it comes with something. If you have something like this out and you put that out, kill that off, quickly this becomes a 4/3. And that can quickly grow. I've seen them grow very quickly. I think we're going to go ahead and go with the Scavenging Hyena. Blood Knight. Very, very questionable. You're basically getting a 3/3 for 3. But if you are going up against somebody that has several divine shields out, I haven't really seen it, but even if there's a 1, it quickly becomes a 6/6 for 3. If you have a divine shield out yourself, it's all minions. It's not just the enemy ones. So this can be very good against late game. You got something like a Sea Giant out, or a I can't think of There are several others that if you had something big, if they had something big and scary out, you play this, you can kill it off immediately. So, I mean, this can be very good. And this can be, I think we're going to go with a big game hunter here, though. Stampeding Kodo. Imagine playing this with our Houndmaster. All of a sudden, he becomes a 5/7 taunt. And yet, here it is going up with a explosive shot. Oh, I think we're going to take the explosive shot on this one. Silence, very good. Always useful, and it's a beast. Good card. Not real fond of this one. It costs one more than what this does for one more attack. So, not that awful fond of the idea of it. I think we're going to go ahead and take the owl for the silence on this one. Some good in-game. Gives all your other minions one more attack, one more health. Let's go ahead and take that. If you have a way to buff the health and enrage it, could be very good. Another high main would not be bad, but I feel that I'm a little heavy on this end. Knife Juggler, very good. Can be played very well. I think that's one we're going to go with. Charge Divine Shield usually can take out either a big scary creature with this or take out two creatures with it having the charge and the Divine Shield. This is pretty good also. It's that taunt. And I think that's the reason why we're going to take the Defender of Argus here. Very heavy on the 2s. Going to try to stay away from 2. Yarabashi Berserker, very good if you got a way to, again, deal damage to it. I think what we're going to take here in this case is the Charging Boar. Okay, we could take a second Secret Keeper. Or this I don't like. Yes, it is a 3 cost for 4 damage with charge, but the battle cry is you give your opponent a mana crystal. Yeah, it's usually not a good situation. Don't have any other Murlocs, so this is just basically a 2/3 for 3. Not a very good thing. I think the Secret Keeper here is the best play. Not real good curve. Would prefer this to be a little bit more bell-shaped. Let's see how it plays out though. See how long this takes. May play 1 or 2 this episode and come back with a second episode. See how long this goes out. We may get this drawn out into a couple episodes. So let's see who we are going up against. A Paladin. Okay. I'm thinking we go ahead and ditch those 2. We're going first. That's not a real good first round play. We're going to go ahead and skip first. He didn't play anything anyway, so... Just go ahead and ping him real quick for 2. Yes, I like to destroy the map when it's there and available and possible. Okay. Let's go ahead and play the Harvest Golem now. It's going to take a couple whacks at it to get rid of it. But the nice thing about it is it's a 2/3 now, and when it dies it becomes a 2, brings a 2/1 back out on the field. Could silence that, but it's the only silence I got. Could unleash the hounds. Would give me 2 1/1s with charge, which would allow me to wipe his side out and still leave my Harvest Golem. I could play my Shield Master. Let's see. Let's go ahead and play Explosive Trap. Smack, smack. And then when he decides he's going to go ahead and attack me, it'll at least clear his board out. Booty Bay, okay. We can Arcane Shot the Booty Bay and play our own taunt and smack him for 2. We cannot let that live. We're going to run it up to be a 3/3. Next turn. Durability is always a thing with a paladin. Do I mute that one, silence that one, or do I silence that one? Oh, let's do it this way. We'll silence you. We'll kill off you. And we'll ping you down. Okay. Watch how this plays out. Big and scary. This is somebody just playing cards to play them. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So, started off pretty good, pretty decent. We won one. I think we'll go ahead and call that an episode for this go around. And we'll come back and finish it up. Play some more tomorrow. Maybe finish it up. Just depends on how well it goes. See you then. Talk to you later. Bye.